Welcome, dear friends, to our channel. Think of it as your special window into the heart and soul of me, Italy. I'm so happy you're here with us today. Let's share the beauty, the history, and all the passion of my lands, from the Alps way up north, down to the sunny coasts of Sicily in the south. There's always something new to find, another story just waiting to be told. Today, we're going on a special trip to explore some real hidden gems. Get ready to find places that whisper secrets from my past and are buzzing with the energy of today. Let's go. First up on our trip, we're heading into the lovely city of Venice, a city of canals and wonders. But past the busy St. Mark's Square and the singing gondola riders, you'll find my hidden gardens, hidden behind old walls or in quiet little alleys. Finding them is a real treat. They're like little green gems in the city's landscape. They bring nature to this city on the water. One minute you're on a crowded street, and the next you step into a peaceful, quiet spot. These gardens really show the Venetian spirit. Noble families and groups of monks grew them for hundreds of years. Today you can visit some of them at special times. It's a chance to see Venice as a real living city. Walking into one of these gardens is like stepping into another world. The city noise disappears, and instead you hear the soft rustling of leaves. You'll find sweet-smelling roses in shady, leafy spots. Fruit trees and pretty flower beds add bright splashes of color. Next, we journey south to the lively heart of Naples, a city just buzzing with life on the surface, but it holds deep secrets right under its busy streets. Here, we go into the underground catacombs, which are ancient burial places. They offer a really cool and maybe a bit spooky peek into my early Christian history. They're not just tunnels, they are sacred spaces. They show faith, art, and how strong the human spirit is, even when facing death. Going down into these catacombs is like stepping back in time, almost 2,000 years. The adventure starts when you leave Naples' bright sun behind and enter the cool, still air of the underground world. The city noises from above fade away, replaced by a deep quiet that really makes you think. These vast networks, dug into the soft stone Naples is built on, were the final resting place for thousands of people, from everyday citizens to honored saints. It's a trip deep into the earth, and also a journey into the very foundations of Naples' culture and faith. Now, let's escape to the island of Sardinia, my wild jewel in the Mediterranean. It's famous for its amazing coastline and water that's so clear it almost doesn't look real. While lots of people know its famous beaches, I want to show you some of my favorite hidden beaches. Little hidden coves and stretches of sand that feel like your very own private paradise. These are the kinds of places where the only footprints you see might be your own, and the only sounds are the gentle lapping of the waves and the whisper of the sea breeze. Sardinia is a big island, and its coastline is super varied, with amazing cliffs, hidden caves, and long stretches of really fine sand. Away from the busy spots and popular beaches, there are still tons of little coves just waiting for adventurous folks to find them. To get to some of these hidden gems, you might have to take a pretty hike along a coastal path, or a boat trip from a little harbour nearby. Or maybe even drive down a bumpy, winding dirt road. But the reward is always worth it. It's the excitement of discovery, of finding that perfect, untouched spot. Imagine getting to a small beach shaped like a crescent moon, framed by big granite rocks shaped by the wind and time, with juniper and myrtle bushes making the air smell amazing. The sand is perfect. Maybe it's soft white or a warm golden color, and the water sparkles with lots of shades of blue and turquoise. These aren't just beaches, they're like special nature spots, places where you can really switch off from how busy everyday life is and reconnect with the wild beauty of nature. The reason these beaches feel like new finds is often because they're a bit hard to reach, or because you don't see a lot of ads for them. Now, let's head to a place that really needs no introduction. The ancient ruins of Pompeii. Frozen in time by the catastrophic eruption of Mount Vesuvius back in 79 AD, Pompeii offers an incredible window into Roman life. Pompeii isn't just some old museum that stays the same. It's a real, active dig site where they're always finding new things. Whole streets, big fancy houses, everyday homes, and even street food stalls are being uncovered from the ashes. It's like finding new chapters in a book you thought you knew by heart. Halfway through our journey, we're here among the rolling hills of Tuscany, a landscape known for its beauty, art, and of course, amazing wine. I want to introduce you to some of Tuscany's newly mapped wine roads. These routes will take you to smaller, family-run vineyards that aren't as well known, let you explore new winemaking areas that are just starting to get noticed, or meet creative winemakers who blend old traditions with new ways of doing things. Tuscany is a big region with lots of variety, and its wine world is full of great tastes and has a lot to learn about. It's an invitation to experience Tuscan wine culture in a more personal and real way. Our sixth stop takes us to Florence, the birthplace of the Renaissance, a city known for art, beauty, and amazing handmade crafts. While the shiny shops on the Ponte Vecchio bridge are famous, I want to show you some of Florence's artisan markets that are maybe a little more off the beaten path or have recently been brought back to life, and that show off the incredible skill of the local artisans. These are places where you can find really unique souvenirs and see skills passed down from parents to children for years and years. Florence has always been a city of makers, from leather workers and pottery makers to goldsmiths and paper makers. The tradition of making things by hand is a big part of the city's story. While some old shops are very well known, there are also newer markets or groups of artists working together that are bringing new life to these old skills. Lucky number 7 takes us to the gorgeous Ligurian coast, to the famous Cinque Terre villages hanging right on the cliffs. These 5 colourful towns, Monterosso, Vernazza, Corniglia, Manarola and Rio Maggiore, are perched in a tricky spot on the steep cliffs, are a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a dream for anyone who loves taking pictures. Now, everyone knows these places are super pretty, but I want to share some new ways to see them, like maybe some spots with great views that aren't too crowded, or trails that just opened up again that have even more awesome views and help you see just how special this place is. The Cinque Terre really show how smart and tough people are, with grapevines growing on steps cut into the steep hills over hundreds of years. You've probably seen the classic pictures of the colourful houses going down to the bright blue water. Everyone knows them, but there's always more to explore than just the famous photo spots. This might mean hiking a part of the Blue Trail that not as many people know about, or trying out one of the higher paths where you can get a big view of all 5 villages. For our 8th wonder, we're sailing to the lovely island of Ischia, tucked away in the Bay of Naples. Known as the Green Island for its lush greenery, Ischia is also famous for its many hot springs. These natural hot springs, full of minerals and famous for making you feel good, have drawn visitors for hundreds of years. Today we're checking out some of Ischia's special hot spring spots, maybe some hidden gems or new spas that offer a great escape and a chance to feel refreshed, body and soul. Because Ischia is a volcanic island, it has lots of hot spring water that bubbles up from deep in the earth. From old Roman baths to new spa centers, the tradition of taking the waters is a really big part of life on the island. As we get near the end of our tour, we're heading into the green heart of Italy, to the Umbria region. It's often in the shadow of its famous neighbor Tuscany. But Umbria offers a quieter yet just as amazing experience, full of history, art and wonderful natural views. Here we'll explore some of my favorite medieval castles, strong old forts and pretty hilltop towns. They give us a really interesting peek into Italy's medieval past. Some might have been fixed up recently or offer really unique ways to visit. Umbria has so many castles, lookout towers and strong old towns, and each one has its own story. These stone guards stand tall on gentle hills, looking out over green valleys and old forests. They tell us about a time of knights and nobles, of big fights and parties, and how much the people loved their land. And finally, our top recently discovered spot, even though it's an old gem in its own right, is the charming island of Procida. Nestled in the Gulf of Naples, this small and lively island has recently become more famous, maybe because it was named the Italian capital of culture, drawing new attention to its unique charm. Procida is a treat for your senses, known for its super colorful houses, its real fishing culture, and its chill, real vibe. Getting to Procida, especially Marina Coricella, is like stepping into a living painting. The houses, painted in a rainbow of pastel colors, pink, yellow, blue, green, tumble down to the harbor, making a sight you'll never forget. They say this tradition of colorful fronts help fishermen spot their homes from the sea. It's a beautiful sight that right away grabs your heart and your camera lens. More than just its pretty views, Procida gives you a peek into a more old-fashioned, slower way of Italian island life. You'll see fishermen mending their nets, local folks chatting in the narrow, winding little streets, and the smell of lemon groves filling the air. And so, our trip through some of my most amazing sights comes to an end. From the secret gardens of Venice to the colourful shores of Procida, I hope you like this little taste of all the different kinds of beauty that I, Italy, have to show you. These 10 special places are just a little peek at all the wonderful things waiting for you to explore. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.